Here's a few stories coming up on this week's episode.
9/11 was my first week of high school.
Are you serious?
Yeah, my great uncle was Louis Anderson.
Did you know him as a kid?
No, I didn't know him at all.
When did you finally meet him?
This is a very fun, weird coincidence. I was a cheerleader.
No, you weren't.
I was a cheerleader and the school mascot.
Did you ever get made fun of or bullied then?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I'm going to have to ruin a marriage after this podcast. It's going to be hard for my girlfriend to find this out.
I know.
That we're going to have to break up.
Give it up for Alex. Quick reminder, I'm having a great time meeting you all on my stand-up tour. I'd love to see you in Wisconsin, North Dakota, Vermont, Massachusetts, Texas, and more. Head to alexclarkcomedy.com right now to see the full list of cities. And if your city's not listed, definitely request it at alexclarkcomedy.com. That's alexclarkcomedy.com. Enjoy the podcast.
I'm so glad you're here. I am here with a comic that was just on Comics Unleashed.
Yes, I was unleashed.
Josh I already forgot how you said your last name.
Florhaug.
Literally like 5 seconds ago I asked you.
We went through it.
And you said it again. I already forgot.
I told you the enunciate. I was like, Florhaug, like the floor, the ground, and hog, like the pig. And you're like, all right, Florhaug, ground, pig. All right, let's go.
The more you say it, the less I know what letters are in it.
Oh.
I feel so stupid. A terrible host. Anyways, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I have people on to ask about their childhood.
I had one.
So good start. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Oh,
I grew up in
an
St.
arts town.
Yes, I grew up in St. Paul, Minnesota up until high school, and then we moved to Phoenix.
When did you move to Phoenix? How old were you?
Freshman year of high school.
No, well, that's not the worst.
It isn't and is, because I moved there like 3 weeks into freshman year.
Okay.
And then 9/11. 9/11 was my first week of high school.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and the worst part is my high school was by a military base. Those kids all banded together because our teachers were very open about it. They're like after we learned that it was a terror attack, they're like, some of your parents might go away forever.
Yeah, I mean, don't you remember people flying American flags at every intersection? And
well, I was right by the base, so we got sent home from school, which was awesome. But I felt like that put me back from making friends because everybody was kind of concentrated on their one friend whose dad had to be in the Air Force.
Right. Yeah. I went to an arts high school, so I had a very opposite experience. I remember they brought us all into the gymnasium.
Yeah.
And they're like, just so you guys know, there was a terrorist attack and the country might reinstate the draft and have people fight for the American government. And we want you to know there are other options.
Oh, really?
Canada's not that far away, and it's easy to get out of here.
Oh, man. They were because military town, they're like, some of your parents are going to die.
Oh, my God. That's wild. So did you have siblings?
I did. I have a younger brother and younger sister.
Okay.
I'm the oldest.
And they came when you moved from Minnesota?
They got to come.
Okay, cool.
I had a single mom. So we had a dad, but he wasn't kid.
Not
friendly.
in the picture.
Yeah. He just partying way more than kids. So
right.
I just had my mom. And then my mom, she had a friend who lived in Arizona. She went to visit in the winter and just hated winter. And we lived in Minnesota. And she was like, oh, I'm going to buy a house here. And then she just came home from this vacation. And she was like, do you guys want to move to Arizona? And
so it happened that fast.
Yeah. And we were all like, okay. Because her friend talked her into looking at houses and then bought a house.
In Phoenix?
Right outside of Phoenix, yeah. Glendale.
So you went from one of the coldest cities
to
in
the
America.
Hottest. Yeah. And we moved in, like I said,
with 100.
We started school right before September 11th, so moved in August when it was 111.
Yeah, and hotter at night.
Yeah, just went from the coldest climate to it just started getting nice in Minnesota to just the hottest.
Yeah. Did you end up liking that move?
I felt I guess this is kind of a thing with all kids when they start high school. You find out where your cliques are and stuff. You went to an art high school, so you knew kind of who you were.
Yeah.
I always say I got really lucky because I moved to Arizona and had no friends right at that pivotal time that you do.
Yeah.
So I just did everything.
Right.
I played tennis my freshman year. I was on the golf team my sophomore year. I was just trying stuff out, and I was a cheerleader junior and senior year.
You were a cheerleader?
I was a cheerleader.
No, you weren't.
I was a cheerleader and the school mascot.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
Tell me more about cheerleading.
Okay. I was always a silly, funny kid. And my English teacher was the cheer coach, and she liked me, and she's like, do you want to be in cheer? And I was like, no.
Right.
And she was like, we're getting a mascot costume for the
Uh-huh.
high school. And I kind of want you to be the mascot too, but it's through cheer.
Okay.
And she's like, she did the same thing that every like person trying to recruit guys into cheer. She's like, there's like chicks.
Right.
And also to stomp on that right away, anybody listening who's a high school guy who's like, there is chicks, I should join cheer. Don't. They're all the worst chicks. Because I thought that. I'm like, there is chicks.
Yeah.
And then within a week, I'm like, I've never hated 28 girls more. Not only wouldn't I not date these people, I would never be their friend.
Listen, a better place to get chicks. This is what I recommend and what worked for me. Church school. That's what worked for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Forget cheer, go to church school. That is youth group. That's where you meet nice chicks.
Okay.
That's what I'll say to that.
I felt like the youth group chicks were in my high school, they were the worst.
Oh, I mean, I'm married, so this is the end of the story.
Not the worst, but they were all like the bad girls who are like trying to turn their life around, which now looking back on it, I'm like, that was so messed up that 16-year-old girls were like, I got to turn my life around. And we're like, good for them.
Things were great when I was 13. I don't know what
freshman,
happened.
sophomore year, they smoked and drank. And now they're like kind of better.
Did you do performing at all when you were at school?
Yeah, it was the mascot.
Right.
We did true competitions too. We weren't just football games.
Okay.
So we did football games and all that, but we did like the cheer competitions, like Bring It On.
Okay. Oh, no way.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a mascot division, and I got to go to nationals junior and senior year.
You did?
As a mascot, yes.
What was the mascot costume?
The mascot was the Dysart Demons.
As far as mascots go, that is one that could get babes.
Yeah, I almost got babes one time.
Okay.
I'll tell you the story. Now that
Okay.
you brought it up, I just remember this. So we were at state, and I won state, and there was another mascot who went to a rival high school, and she was super cute.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to get that girl's number.
Yeah.
I told my coach that, and I was like talking to her the whole competition, and my coach was like, oh my God, she's going to do this. And I got her number, and then I think she thought I was gay, because like it was not, I was so excited, and then I called her, and it was not a like flirtatious thing at all. It was just like we were both in cheer.
She was just like, I'm here for you when you want to come out.
Yeah. Oh, it shot down all my
No.
cool points. I was like, I'm like, killed it, won the state, got a girl's number. I'm like, everybody thought I was a dork for being in cheer. I'm killing it.
Yeah.
No.
Was that the only performing you did?
That was the only performing I did was the cheer and the mascot. I didn't do like theater or anything.
So how did you know you were into comedy then?
This is a cute story.
I love cute.
Because I had a single mom and she was a nurse and she worked all the time. I always remember this. Every Friday when we were kids, we watched Comedy Central.
Yeah.
So we would order pizza from Pizza Hut and we would watch Friday night stand-up, the half hours.
Yeah, that is how I wrote my first stand-up set.
Was because it was half hours?
In middle school, I just memorized those. I did that.
Who's set?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was like 3 minutes from 4 or 5 different people.
Yeah.
And like I was in 6th grade doing a talent show talking about drunk driving. Like it made no sense at all.
It's like, and I'm drunk driving.
Yeah.
And also,
So you guys watched that?
yeah, we watched that, and then I think you know this, and then some people who know who I am. My uncle was a comedian. He was Louis Anderson.
No, he wasn't.
My great uncle was Louis Anderson. Yeah.
Your uncle was Louis Anderson?
Yeah,
Did you know him as a kid?
No, I didn't know him at all. So
Right.
he already lived in L.A., so I just knew my uncle was Louis Anderson.
Okay, so you did know he was your uncle.
I
wasn't-
did know. Yeah, he's my grandma's brother.
Right.
So he's my great uncle.
Okay.
But like, so when we were all watching Life with Louis, I'd be like, that's my family.
Right.
You know his mom? That's my great grandmother.
That's wild.
Yeah.
When did you finally meet him?
This is a very fun, weird coincidence.
And just to pause for a second, for people that don't know, Louis Anderson was a huge comedian in the 80s, had a bunch of specials, TV shows.
So I'm a cleaner stand-up, and I was emceeing at a wine bar for a comic friend.
Okay.
And the booker liked me
Okay.
and didn't have any money to pay an opener. So he was like, do you want to open for Louis Anderson for $20?
And he didn't know?
In a theater. He had no idea. And I was like, yeah. And then
Did you tell him?
that's how I met Louis. I told him when I got there.
But did you tell the guy that booked you that you're
I
actually
told when I got
related?
there.
Okay.
Yeah. So like months later. And then I met Louis and I told him how I was
He must have
related.
been so confused.
I told him how I was related to him, and he's like, do you do stand-up? Like, because he was making sure I didn't just like try to nepotism my way onto this show in Des Moines, Iowa. And I was like, yeah, this guy doesn't even know. And he was like, really? And the guy's like, are you related to him? Like, he was so confused, and I was like, yeah. And then Louis watched my set, and I ended up doing well, and then we ended up hanging out and writing together, and then I ended up opening for him on the road.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, so we got to meet each other basically through comedy,
right.
but we're related.
What are 3 facts about your mom?
She's a nurse. Her name's Lori, and she just turned. I don't know anything about my mom. Another fact about my mom: hot.
Oh, really?
Not like I think she's hot, but
Right.
enough people have told me I have a hot mom to know I have a hot
like
mom.
a sexy Louis Anderson, or what are we?
She doesn't look like Louis, which is probably the sexiest part of her.
Okay. Do you remember any times where as a kid, where your mom being hot became like a problem, or there was like an instance at a store or a restaurant or something?
My friend's brothers gave me constant shit.
Okay.
And my friend's older brother was like, he was way older. He was 14 years older than us. So he was like in his late 20s, and my mom was in her late 30s. So he just called me stepson always. Still to this day does. Which is very fun.
That's really funny.
I know. But when you're a kid, you're like, shut up.
Right, yeah.
I remember like someone was doing work on our house, like left his phone number, and my mom was like, dork. Like, not to him, but like after he left, because we all seen it, she's like, what a dork.
That's hilarious.
My mom's gonna kill me for telling this story, but I broke my arm, and my mom was like, it's not broken.
The nurse.
Yeah.
The nurse said it's not broken.
Because I still claim to this day, and she says it's not true, and she's gonna watch this podcast and be like, it's not true. I think she just worked a long stretch, and she was like, I don't have to be at that hospital. I'm not going to the damn hospital.
Right.
And then like 5 days later, my arm didn't stop being like 5 times its size swollen. And she's like, all right, let's go get it checked out.
What hospital does your mom work at, and where should we never go?
My mom doesn't work at a hospital anymore. My mom works at a celebrity rehab resort.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, like a rehab for rich people.
Right. When you broke your arm, did you have to get a cast?
I didn't have to get a cast. I had to wear a cast from my fingers to right here. Because
Okay.
it was right at my elbow.
Right.
And I had to have that.
Oh, your hand was covered up.
Yeah, my hand was covered up.
Was that the useful hand?
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
No.
Because crazy, the cameras can see. You can see my right finger right here is very smashed.
Oh, what happened to your finger?
This happened when I was a baby. I was like 2. My sister was being born in the hospital, and this was when my dad was around. And so he had to take me to work because he had to work, and my mom was having a baby, so she couldn't watch me.
Right. And your mom was walking around going, I'm not pregnant. I know it looks it, but I'm not pregnant.
She was like, it's not pregnancy. And
my water did not break.
And he brought me to work with him. He was building like a big factory facility. And I pushed a steel door frame somehow over onto my hand.
Oh.
Crushed my hand. Broke all of these fingers. Broke my whole hand.
You broke your entire hand?
Yeah, luckily there's a great surgeon at the Children's Hospital in Minneapolis.
What age were you when that happened?
2.
You broke your entire hand when you were 2?
Yeah. To me, like, because I don't remember it, like, the funniest part in my head is that my dad had to drive back to that hospital that my sister was being born at and, like, go into the room. And my mom's like, oh, did you take a half day? And he's,
are you being a good dad and supporting the family?
Yeah. Oh, you guys wanted to come back. Where's my little boy? And he's like, funny thing. He's in a different wing of this hospital. Getting his hand possibly put back together, hopefully, or else he is for sure left-handed and doesn't have a right hand.
Oh my God. So did you have like a little 2-year-old cat?
Yeah, I had a little 2-year-old boy. Like my whole hand was covered up. And I think that's why I'm left-handed.
What was your, did you work?
I did.
Did you make money in any silly ways?
Yeah, I worked at Target as a cart pusher when I was 16, and then I worked at Red Lobster.
Nice.
I made the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
You did?
That was my first restaurant. Me and my buddy both worked there as cooks, and it was like any restaurant in like the Southwest. It's just old Mexican guys.
And
couldn't
two
get away with
15-year-old white kids.
Yeah. Like a server couldn't be like, I need this real quick. Can you hook it up, Edgar? Because he'd be like, no. It'll be out when it's out.
Yeah.
But a 15-year-old kid who wants a 23-year-old hot chick to think he's cool, I'm like, whatever, forget every other order. I'm making this one for Amanda. Tony's cool. He bought me beer once.
Did that work out with any of the waitresses?
Nope, never.
Did you shoot your shot? Did you try?
I had a high school sweetheart. No big deal.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we went to prom.
You did?
Yeah.
How long did you date that girl for?
I dated her for senior year and then a little bit after.
Oh, so a long time.
Forever.
Senior year and then the mistake year. That's what I like to call it. Everyone that has a relationship in high school, that happens to them.
And you're like,
Even if it's like the perfect relationship, it's not gonna work.
No.
It's not gonna work. So you guys broke up in college then?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think we like officially broke. I think we're still together.
You just That's hilarious.
I think our schedules just got different and we grew apart. We live like 30 minutes away from each other, and then we just like gradually stopped hanging out. She's still my girlfriend. I think she's married. I should go and be like, this marriage is false. She's still my girlfriend. Just haven't talked to her in 20-some years.
I didn't mean to uncover such a strong wound.
Yeah,
a fresh wound. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna have to ruin a marriage after this podcast. It's gonna be hard for my girlfriend to find this out.
I know.
That we're gonna have to break up.
Did you have any interesting characters in your neighborhood?
Oh yeah, I lived in a cul-de-sac. There's 2 Polish families that spoke like no English.
All right.
And this lady would just come out and yell at her 3-year-old in Polish. And she hit him with her car one time.
Wait, what?
She
hit a kid with a car?
She backed into her 3-year-old.
Wait, what was happening?
She was just backing out of the garage and he was running around.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
You were in your yard.
Yeah, and she didn't hit him hard, but she was just backing out like soft.
Did he fall over?
Yeah, she hit him and he fell. And then we were like, Mom, we called her the Polish lady.
Did you run inside to your mom like, Mom, a kid got hit by a car? And she's like, no, he didn't.
Well, we only knew her because she'd come out and yell at her 3-year-old.
Okay.
So we knew that she was crazy. And then my mom like kind of looked out and saw the kid wasn't dead.
Okay.
She was like, did she? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, that family's crazy.
So it wasn't a hard enough hit that there was injuries.
No. And then there was a guy who hated us.
And this wasn't your dad, right?
No.
Okay.
My dad did not live in Phoenix with us. We left. My dad stayed in Minnesota. But he was at the end of the cul-de-sac, and behind the cul-de-sac was nothing.
Right.
For miles. Just Phoenix desert.
No trees even.
No trees, just the desert. So we like to ride our bikes back there. We'd go back there and like play baseball and football and just like kid stuff.
Right.
But the way you'd have to walk around like 3 blocks and there was like an opening in a fence, or else there was the big cement end of the cul-de-sac fence. And that was technically like, because he lived on the end, technically his yard.
Right.
And that's where we'd set our skateboards up and jump the fence.
Right.
And I think we broke like one of the bricks and he just like went off on all of us. And my mom was just like, calm down. And that was right before cameras. Like people could have yard cameras.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So that he couldn't be sure
No,
that it was
you.
you.
03. That'd be insane if you had yard cameras. Now everybody has a Ring doorbell, but if he had one, you'd be like, that guy's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you a summer camp kid other than Phoenix being 24/7 summer camp?
No, I didn't do any of that at all.
Me neither,
yeah. Bring it up.
What would you spend your summers doing?
Just playing.
Hanging out in the yard.
Hanging out in the yard.
Jumping that guy's fence.
Jumping that guy's fence. I had friends with pools. We didn't have a pool, but we had enough friends with pools. Just regular old mischief.
Who
skateboarding,
are your
breaking into
closest
that
friends?
Home Depot. My closest friends were a kid named Bian.
Mm-hmm.
Bian, not Brian.
Okay.
My friend Frank, he married a girl from high school like last year.
Did they start dating in high school?
They did not. Here's the thing. I always said that they were going to end up together.
Oh, you did?
Like they both went off and got married. They both had kids, and then they just got married a year ago.
They got married to different people, had kids with different people.
Got divorced, and then started hanging out, and then got married to each other. And
no way.
And when they did, like I hadn't talked to them both in years, and she messaged me and she goes, "You were right," and he was like, "You were right." And they're like,
That's beautiful.
They're like, "Do you want to come to my wedding?" And I was gonna go to their wedding, but I ended up booking a commercial.
If I was a dude that cried, I would cry right now. That's beautiful.
I was like, "You guys are never getting divorced."
So did they date at all in school?
No, they were always just like, "We don't like each other."
Right.
They've been married for like 6 months. This could not work out. We don't know.
This isn't going up for a couple months, so they could already be divorced.
Oh, man. If they were already divorced, I want this all cut. I'm going to message you. I'll be like, scrap the podcast. They got divorced.
Did you go to prom?
Yeah, go to prom. Ooh, this is fun. I got to drive this because my grandma lived in Arizona as well. My grandma had a kiwi green Volkswagen Beetle.
Okay.
That's what she taught me to drive in. That's what I got to drive because my grandma was always home, so I'd always get to drive her car. And she was worried it was too girly because she had like flower interior and everything. So my grandma put flames on the side of it.
No, she didn't.
Yes, I swear.
She put flames on
that
it?
prom date's mom took more pictures of my grandma's car than us together.
I can't believe
She had a kiwi green Beetle with flames on the side of it.
your grandma's wild. I can't believe she did that.
She was like, this is gonna make it more manly.
Did it look good?
It looks cool. It looked cool when my grandma drove it.
I just picture you and the devil mascot getting out of the Beetle with the flames on it.
Oh, I had that, and then I had that because I grew up in Arizona. We had a golf cart,
Okay.
so I got to drive that because it was street legal, but you couldn't drive it on anything 45 miles an hour or higher.
That's so awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got to just drive a golf cart.
Were kids driving golf carts to school?
No,
all the
I was
time?
the only one.
Okay.
So it wasn't it's cool now, but like then I was like kind of embarrassed about it. 'Cause,
Okay.
like all the other kids that drove to school had full cars.
Right.
And I did not have doors.
So did
And
you?
it had no radio. It was like a very stripped down golf cart.
No flames either.
No flames, no doors. It was just a windshield, the plastic thing.
Did you ever get like made fun of or bullied then?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, all the time.
Like what happened? By who?
There was this kid named Adrian, but he was very much the jock.
Okay.
And our football team was terrible. We lost like every game. And I was friends with some football players, and I've always been me. I've always been like we're comedians. We like to rib each other and stuff.
Yeah.
I was making fun of my friends for losing, and our cheer team had just won state. I just qualified for nationals, and they were joking with me, and they're like, man, we should be cheering for you. And I'm like, yeah. I'm the only one who wins. And I kept saying that, and he just didn't. He like heard me and didn't find it funny, and he like pushed me up against the wall, and then everybody circled up.
So how many kids were circled around
Probably
you?
like 20.
20 kids circled around you. This huge muscle dude is about to kill you.
And he was like, you think you're funny? And you know, that whole thing. And I was like, yeah. I was like, we're all having a good time.
Have you heard of Louis Anderson?
I was like, we're all having a pretty good time making fun of it. Here's what I said to him. I just talked him down by mocking him.
Okay.
I just like, he pushed me and he was like, what makes you think I won't kick your ass? And I go, nobody thinks you're not gonna kick my ass. And I just looked around, and this was the most genius I ever was. And I go, do any of you think I'm gonna win? and he was like, you think you're funny? I'm like, I'm 130 pounds. Because I was very small, and I'm like, cool, you're gonna beat me up. And I just started mocking him, and I go, watch out, everybody, Adrian's gonna beat up the mascot. And people started laughing, and he's like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I go, you probably are, and then I'm gonna cry. I go, are you gonna win? Like, I was just like all the way like just so scared. I just kept like over explaining what was gonna happen, but in such a funny way. And that was kind of where I learned like comedic timing.
Right.
Is I was like, oh, you're cool. Like just mocking it.
And were the 20 people surrounding you all laughing?
They were laughing, and then he walked away, and I was like, I'm here anytime for you to beat me up.
Yeah, or to open for somebody, another kid getting beat up.
And I go,
and one of them you grew wings and flew away.
I go, listen, what happened is, yes, partially my fault. He wanted to fight me. I could see how we would think that. And she's like, you got to stop telling the football team that you're better than them.
That's a really proud moment.
And I'm like, but I am. And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, you got to stop
Yeah.
saying that.
So is that the only time you were like pretty much bullied is by that guy, or were there other people in like middle school, elementary school?
I was bullied by that guy pretty profusely.
Okay.
And then just like being in cheer as a guy in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I remember my mom asked me if I was gay.
She did?
Yeah.
How old were you when this happened?
16. Because I was just in cheer, so I was already pretty upset about getting called gay all day at school. And then when my mom asked me, I was just like,
You're like, Mom, I got you something to tell you. And she's like, before.
I gotta hear it here. And she's like, no, I'm not calling you gay. I'm just saying if you were, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
And she would always say that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, people like, because I would come home and I'd be so upset that like I'd get called gay all day. And
Well, did she know that was happening?
Yeah. And
so that's probably a little bit of why she asked.
Yeah. And then she was like, well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Like, she was always very much like kept us into equality. She's like,
Yeah.
if you were gay, there'd be nothing wrong with that. And I
Yeah,
don't
of
think they should
course.
make fun of you. And I'm like, I don't think you've been to high school.
So she sounds like she was an awesome mom.
She was the best.
Did she do good on Christmases and stuff?
Yeah.
Birthdays?
Yeah, basically she just have a circle. Did you guys do that?
Like in the Toys R Us
Toys R
catalog?
Us ad, yeah.
Yeah.
Toys R Us ad and Target, we'd circle, and then when we started skateboarding, CCS.
What's CCS?
It was like a mail-in skateboard order magazine. We just get a different color marker, and then she'd go through and she'd buy what she could.
That was going to be my question. Did you actually get the things you circled? Because
we did.
We never did.
We did, but she had a star like the things we really wanted.
So I got to recommend to any parents listening that just get the kid exactly what they say they want. Because you remember that, right?
Yeah.
My family all gave good presents, but the ones I remember the most is my grandparents would take us to Toys R Us and say, you have $100, get whatever you want.
That's the bet.
And that's what I remember.
A parent should do, yeah. And when you got to run around Toys R Us like that with a dollar amount, you felt like you were a king.
Yeah, exactly. And birthdays were good too?
Birthdays were good. My birthday is January 5th, so my birthday's right on the back of Christmas.
Right. So it's the same catalog.
It was the same catalog, so that was kind of the cool thing. If there was something like in a star that I didn't get for Christmas, I knew my mom was
awesome.
I knew I didn't miss out on that gift. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I see how you did
I'll
that.
see it in 10 days. We'll play the game. I'll wait 2 weeks, and then I can get that gift.
So did you ever steal anything growing up then?
No.
Never. You never. Like, we used to steal candy all the time from the grocery store and stuff.
No, never. Now I'm trying to think. Never any minor I steal now. I've worked in restaurants and hotels for the last 20 years, so that's when I really started stealing.
Okay.
I grew into stealing.
Right.
I've stolen so much bedding from working in resorts over the last 20 years that I think I've stolen way more bedding than I've purchased.
You should see his bedroom at his place. There's floorboards that block underneath the bed. It's amazing.
My sheets say Mariana.
Did you ever have to sneak out of the house or anything for any reason?
Oh, I stuck out of the house a bunch to go hang out with girls.
Oh, right.
You know, take my mom's car, go do a little making out.
Yeah. You guys ever watch scary movies or anything?
I'm horrified of scary movies.
You are?
Yeah, I don't do scary movies.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Did something happen that made you so terrified of this?
Yeah, when I was in 6th grade, it was like the first boys, girls hanging out. They're just all neighborhood. We were all neighborhood kids. We're all still friends to this day.
Okay.
So we were renting a movie, and we were going to watch it at Nick's house.
You went to Blockbuster?
Yeah, his parents were out of town. And we were between Romeo plus Juliet or Scream.
Okay.
And I did not like scary movies.
Okay.
I was very pro Romeo plus Juliet.
For anyone that doesn't know, Scream is kind of a goofy, scary movie.
It is.
The lightest hearted of the scary movies.
But that opening was so scary as I just went and hid in the bathroom.
No, you didn't. How old were you?
6th grade.
Oh,
like
my God.
13. And just hid out
at the first boy-girl party.
And I was like, my stomach hurts. And then Tamagotchis were a thing. And I remember just going, I'm playing with my Tamagotchi. Oh, so embarrassing. And I've never, it scarred me forever. And I just recently started being like, I watched Scream this year.
Okay.
Man,
now that
there's
you're 36,
nothing scary about that movie.
Not at all.
It's mocking scary movies
it
for the most part. It's now would be classified so much as a comedy.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be horror comedy, I don't think.
I don't think so.
No, it'd just be comedy.
Okay. So, we got some great stories.
Okay.
We're almost out of time, but I like to ask the same. It used to be 3. As of today, it's the same 4 questions to every guest.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Number 1, what's, looking back at your childhood, just the first happy memory you can think of? Something that makes you smile.
Oh, going to Valley Fair with my friends. I think we went the 6th grade trip. And that's the theme park in Minnesota. And I went on all the roller coasters. And I'd never been on roller coasters before. So very accomplished because I was very scared.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, there was a school trip to Six Flags.
Yeah.
And I was terrified of roller coasters. So I told my uncle, you got to take me to the park beforehand and make me go on everything.
Oh, cool. So you had you just knew.
Yeah. So he took me on everything. And every single ride, I had tears in my eyes. Like, don't make me go. Don't make me go. And he's like, this was the deal you made. You're going.
Oh.
And then I got to go on all the rides with all the cool kids.
Because you were you already knew it.
I was ready.
Yeah.
I already had the trauma.
Yep.
That
love
was a great answer.
I love that. I love the I should have went first because I cried probably a couple times.
And I was just waiting to get into the part.
Yeah.
Ready for question number 2?
Question 2.
What's the first time you remember as a kid being proud of yourself?
I mentioned it earlier in the podcast. I don't think I elaborated too much on it. It was moving from Minnesota to Phoenix and learning that I'm not going to see any of the people that I thought that I had to be cool for ever again.
Right.
So it was like, oh, I'm just going to, like, once I started freshman year, I'm like, I'm just going to like all the things I like because it doesn't matter. And I remember
that's
having
so
that
interesting.
realization on the plane being like, everything I pretended to like or thought was cool does not matter anymore. So why not just like the things I like? And then that's when I got into cheer and everything.
That's actually a great answer.
So that might be the proud moment. Yeah, that's where I was just like, everything I did, I was doing for me now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's almost like a freeing moment
Yeah.
to have that realization before high school, because I think a lot of people don't have that realization until college.
Cheer and then landing a kickflip.
What are you talking about?
Because I skateboarded. So landing a kickflip for the first time was also like a super
Do you remember doing it where you were?
Yeah, I was in my living room. Because if you did it on carpet, if you skated on carpet, like if you tried tricks on carpet, it was more forgiving.
Okay.
So I remember just like watching TV and just like trying all day.
Yeah.
And then I landed it and then I landed a couple times and I brought it outside. And
Yeah. Do you remember like running up to your mom being like, I got it.
I think my mom was like in the living room, like doing something.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay.
Those are great.
Finally stop doing that. We've reached the goal. Cool.
Question number 3. You kind of already answered this a little bit, but maybe you have something else to say. If you could go back and give little Josh some advice, one piece of advice, what would it be?
Oh, I probably would have gave myself that advice earlier.
Yeah.
And then just been myself the whole time.
Giving yourself the advice of just do whatever.
Just go for it. Yeah. Yeah, just go for it. Don't care what anybody says. Because I mean, even though I was in cheer, I still cared a little, and I still like second guessed, and I probably quit 900 times cheer because I was sick of getting bullied. But like, it's easier to say as an adult, but like, none of that matters.
Yeah.
But as a kid, all of it does matter, and I think that makes you who you are.
I think I kind of take for granted that I knew exactly who I was and like went to the art school.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
Yeah, because no one had, like you said, no one has that realization until like college and later. So
yeah,
we kind of broke the mold on that.
That's great. Ready for the last question?
Yeah.
I always ask people what their favorite childhood snack was. I'm sure you remember what you said, but for everyone listening, what is your favorite childhood snack?
I sent you like 12, and then I really narrowed it down to one. Saltine crackers with peanut butter and jelly.
That's a wild combo.
Peanut butter jelly sandwiches are fine. But you could make just a not like on top of each other, but just
would you stack them?
A plate of them. I just have like kind of a castle of peanut butter and jelly. Saltine.
I just picture you in the living room
with
surrounded.
A circle of,
and then all of a sudden you kick flip over the wall.
It'd be like, I could eat 15.
Well, the reason I ask is I always get people a gift. And I got you saltines and peanut butter and jelly.
Did you?
So here's the saltines.
Heck yeah.
And I've never gotten this before. I literally found peanut butter and jelly in the same jar. And what I like to do is I like to crack it open and we cheers the snack to each other.
Let's do it. Cheers.
Boom. That's a podcast.
That's the podcast. We got saltines.
That's Josh.
I'm Josh.
If you guys want to look him up on social media and call him gay, his handle is
Josh F. Comedy and joshfcomedy.com.
Head to gladpod.com for more podcasts or to support us on Patreon. Either way, I am so glad that you were here.